Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Grandora Gaming, and I bring you guys a brand new field spell for Synchro decks. We have a new Yatoro Tug of War field spell. If you don't know Yatura, I think that's his name, Yakutua. I could be mispronouncing this card's name really bad. He's the dog, the big dog that you see in the artwork. And basically, he's been in a couple of artworks, and he's usually just filler cards. I think this card is no exception, but this card does seem pretty solid for what it is, at least. So let's just go straight into this. This card is a field spell. It's generic. And it basically says, when either player draws a tuner for their normal draw, in draw phase, you can reveal that card with a draw 2. If your opponent draws by this effect, lose 2,000 life points, and if you do, send this card to graveyard. Basically, it makes it as like a tug of war kind of game, where you want to draw. Of course, if you're playing a tuner deck, you're going to be drawing before your opponent does. But the idea of the deck is that your opponent has a chance to get the draw 2 as well. And if the opponent draws 2, it's vice versa. Your opponent takes 2,000, and then they don't get a chance to tug of war again. So it's a one-time draw 2 card, which is really, really cool. And the concept, like the idea of two people are having a tug of war, and whoever draws the tuner first wins. So whoever draws to the tuner wins the game, or at least wins the draw 2. And not to mention, it burns your opponent, so time it around. It's a really cool card. I think it's very goofy. I don't think it'll be played at all. The reason for it is because, one, you have to play tuners in your deck, which, yes, don't get me wrong, I can think of many, many decks like Sword Soul and that play tuners. But at the same time, you have to be hoping that your opponent is also not playing a tuner deck. And also, this is very situational. You have to draw into the tuner. And you have to do it during your normal draw turn. Not drawing into it like Pot of Greed with your normal draw phase. Meaning, yeah, if you don't draw into a tuner, this card's always going to be dead. And it's only a one-time draw. Not to mention, it's a delayed draw. Because you're only drawing during the next turn. So you'll have to wait on your turn, your opponent has a turn, and then you may draw. So overall, in my opinion, I think this card is just bad. I think it's one of those really cool, gimmicky cards they put into pack filler. Which, to be honest, the original card on this art is a pack filler card. So I honestly think that's what the whole purpose is. It's just a really cool pack filler card. Never draw 2 for synchro decks. But to be honest, Konami is already outdid themselves when it comes to drawing 2. Like, all the pack cards that are illegal right now are just kind of insane. Pot of Desires, Pot of Prosperity, Pot of Extravagance. All those cards are kind of already insane. And you can say, oh, this is for synchro decks because they play tuners. Well, then you can just say, well, we have that new spell card that's coming out in a couple of sets that basically says, hey, not only do you get a draw 2 every turn after this card resolves, but also you get 2 normal summons every turn as well. Now, that card's insane. So I honestly say play that card. Don't be playing this field spell. It's gimmicky as hell. But who knows? That's just my opinion. Hope you enjoy.